The South Carolina Gamecocks enter 2025 as one of the SEC's ultimate wildcards. Shane Beamer, now in his fifth season in Columbia, sits at 29-22 overall, and his teams have been anything but predictable. Last fall, the Gamecocks finished 9-4. They came within a few plays of making the college football playoff. Pair of fumbles cost them against Alabama and LSU. Ugly loss to Illinois in the Citrus Bowl, or whatever it's called now. That left a sour taste. And it wasn't ugly. It was just, you had every opportunity to win that game. Every opportunity. This is an interesting season because the odds makers are kind of split on this team. The upside is obvious. Schedule makes life certainly tricky. They've got a gauntlet on the back half. Let's talk about the offense first. It runs through the sophomore quarterback LaNorris Sellers. He looked brilliant in certain spots in 2024, but he took too many sacks. He turned the ball over at key times. The new offensive coordinator, Mike Shula, who was promoted from quarterbacks coach, and then this is after Dowell Loggins went over to App State. He's going to try to harness Sellers' dual threat talent and find a way to maybe build some consistency in that quarterback. He's got to be able to throw the ball better. Like, that's the easiest way. You got transfers coming in. Rahsul Faison from Utah State and Isaiah Augustov from Colorado. They joined Sellers in the backfield. Nyck Harbor is the freak at receiver, and he is no longer worried about track. He is focusing on football, and good. I get that. He needs to take the next step. Tight end Jordan Dingle arrives from Kentucky. He's going to help replace Joshua Simon. The line is going to be anchored by a rising star left tackle Josiah Thompson. The interior is rebuilt with transfers, so we're going to see exactly what that looks like. Defensively, the coordinator, Clayton White, he's got to replace almost the entire front six, but they still have some stars, right? Sophomore edge rusher Dylan Stewart looked like an absolute future first-rounder after posting 11 tackles and 6.5 sacks as a freshman. 11 tackles for loss, 6.5 sacks as a freshman. The veteran Brian Thomas Jr. is who he's going to pair with. You got newcomers like George Wilson from Campbell and Damon Clowney from Charlotte. They're going to fill out the rotation. Secondary should be a strength. You got safety Jalon Kilgore and the corners Judge Collier and Brandon Cisse. The challenge is going to be creating pressure without relying solely on Stewart to do it all. He needs help. We'll say that. For South Carolina to hit its ceiling, Sellers has got to limit mistakes. The rebuilt offensive line has got to protect better. Defense has to find answers up front. The schedule is the biggest obstacle, right? You've got a very manageable September. At least 4-1 in the first 5, and probably 5-0 is going to be necessary. But the back half, I mean, you got at LSU, you got Oklahoma at home, Alabama at home, you play at Ole Miss, at Texas A&M, and then you get Clemson at home, and that's all after mid-October, right? If the Gamecocks can avoid turnovers and stay healthy through that gauntlet, because I don't know if the depth is there right now, they're going to be in the SEC mix into November. If not, 7-5, 8-4 feels more realistic. Either way, I mean, this team is not going to be boring. The win total is at 7.5 right now. The odds are plus 144 to the over. That's an implied probability of almost 41%. To win the SEC, plus 3,300, 33-1, layman's terms. And that's a little less than 3% probability to win the SEC. And the odds to make the CFP this season, plus 540. So to get to the playoff, they're saying it's a little more than a 15% chance that they're going to make the playoff. I have gone back and forth on the Gamecocks so many times this offseason. I made an initial bet of under 7.5 because you look at that schedule, you see all the guys that they lost to the NFL, and it makes you think, okay, that this is going to be a drop back year. But, the books would have you believe there's a drop coming. But when you look at the schedule and really break it down, I kind of like it. I think Beamer has a really good culture in Columbia. The game against Missouri early is going to tell us a lot about this team. I've got them 8-4. I've got them firmly in the playoff race until late in the season. I've got them losing 3 of their last 4, but I think this is still going to be a good year for South Carolina. Thanks for listening to Winning Cures Everything. Make sure and follow me on Twitter @GaryWCE. If you want to toss in a question, you can email me, Gary@winningcureseverything.com. Make sure and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.